What's up, YouTube? I'm Casey with bestinvestingapps.com, and today you are watching a Wealthfront overview. And if you stick with us, you're going to learn about Wealthfront, what it is, why I think it's so great and awesome for investors of just about any level who are planning for retirement. And I'm super excited to announce Project 100, a massive undertaking and an attempt to improve Best Investing Apps, our website and our YouTube channel for you. Among other things, you will have a chance to become a guest author on Best Investing Apps. Before we get too deep, I want to be really clear and just let you all know that I don't personally have access to Wealthfront. It requires at least $500 upfront to get started, and I have my money currently tied up in other investments. When I get a chance, I'll get in there and I'll give you a hands-on review. Of course, as I said at the very beginning, this is an overview of features and functions and a summary. If you want an in-depth user review of the interface, I don't have that for you at this time. Hope to have that soon. So what is Wealthfront and how do they keep it so affordable? Wealthfront is a class of new advisor called a Robo-Advisor, and basically, a Robo-Advisor is a computer-based system, an algorithm, a math form. It's not really a human, pretty much just a computer that's following a predetermined set of calculations and understandings in order to create and manage your money for you in a very specific way. They can be extremely effective. There's nothing wrong with Robo-Advisors as compared to human advisors. And one of the big advantages that they have is that since there's no human directly involved, of course, the cost can be quite a bit cheaper. Wealthfront charges 0.25% per year, or a quarter of 1%, and they compare that with traditional advisory fees, which can often range from 2% to 5.5%. It really depends on what you're looking at, commission-based or fee-based, but they're pretty much comparing themselves here versus your traditional human advisor. So Wealthfront Robo-Advisor, human advisor, advisory fees versus hidden fees and nickel and dime fees. I don't really know what they're trying to say here. Some things that they're calculating in here are fee-based models, commissions, sales load, back-end sales load, annuity charges, that sort of thing that they might be factoring in here. Case in point is ultimately they really are cheaper than your typical advisor, who's going to cost you anywhere between like 5.5% down to 2%. So a quarter percent beats that no matter how you slice it. As we've outlined on the full review over at Best Investing Apps, the 0.25% fee is actually really reasonable compared to other robo-advisors. It's pretty much the industry standard. The only thing that is cheaper right now is M1 Finance, which is my personal favorite, and we'll have a link in the show notes below if you want to check out more about M1 Finance, but ultimately it's pretty close in the fee range, so you should be good with that. The really cool thing about Wealthfront is that they'll manage your first $10,000 totally for free as long as you have at least $500 to get started. That's the account minimum, which we'll talk a little more about in a minute. So they'll waive that 0.25% fee on anything sub $10,000. And if you use an affiliate link to sign up, they'll waive the fee on anything sub $15,000. So that's awesome. Like I said, the account minimum is $500. To the best of my knowledge, that is no matter what type of account you choose to use. Wealthfront has a huge number of accounts, which is really cool compared to a lot of other apps. Your account options are all over the board, from college savings, 529s, 401ks for retirement, and SEPs, personal account, joint account, trust account, you name it. They can all be opened at Wealthfront, pretty much anyone you could want. So that's really awesome. So the question is, does Wealthfront allow fractional shares? And the short answer is yes. The long answer is it kind of has to by default because of the way that they break up your investments. So it's a robo-advisor, which means that the Wealthfront service is going to automatically invest for you. You don't really go in and say like, hey, I want to buy a share of Apple and I want to buy some of this ETF and sell this. Wealthfront does it all for you intelligently using math, pre-programmed ideas, and their strategies, which I think are really good strategies. So this is one example based on a set of inputs. This is one example of a portfolio that Wealthfront might make for you. There are lots of different portfolios and organizations that they would choose based on the information you provide about yourself. But if you put in $1,000 or $10,000, it's going to break it up across these Vanguard and other affordable ETFs that make sense based on your investments. Some of the unique features of Wealthfront is that more so than many of the apps we have reviewed so far, it's a true Robo-Advisor with a focus on passive indexing, and that's their philosophy. As you can see up there, they're really a indexing Robo-Advisor. But what I love about it is the heavy focus on modern portfolio theory and efficient frontier use. If you don't know about that, and the efficient frontier is basically a bunch of math that spits out a set of the most return for the lowest risk given any set of criteria. And it sort of looks like here, let me move my head out of the way. It looks like this. This is what the efficient frontier looks like given a certain set of circumstances. And Wealthfront basically interviews you, determines what's best for you based on your investment needs, and then it spits out a unique set of formulas. Some of what they're using is modern portfolio theory and efficient frontier, and then they use that to passively invest in index funds for you using really low-cost ETFs and tax-efficient strategies. Super, super cool, really efficient, really smart. I love it. It's right up my alley, and I really, really enjoy how intelligently they've rolled this all into a cheap and affordable package that anybody can use. Probably my favorite thing about Wealthfront is their methodology, and if you have the time or the interest, check the show notes below for the link to this article. It's a little heady. It's a huge white paper on their exact methodology, how they use asset classes and risk management to maximize returns and minimize tax impact on your portfolio. I think it's awesome. I think they've done a really good job with it. If you're not going to read through it, suffice it to say that their computer code, their algorithms in the Robo-Advisor really try to maximize returns, minimize taxes, and make that all fit your risk profile. So who should use Wealthfront? If you believe in index investing, in low-cost investing, and you want to use a service that will maximize your returns, minimize your tax implications, do it all for an extremely low fee, Wealthfront is the app for you. There are some other robo-advisors out there, similar, SigFig, Betterment. Those would be other robo-advisors that I would advise you to check out before you make a decision. But Wealthfront is certainly among the best out there right now. So I promised to let you all in on Project 100 and how you can become a contributor at bestinvestingapps.com/project-100. That's where you'll find the Project 100, or just head over and click on Project 100 in the menu. It'll take you to the Project 100 page. Scroll on down, learn about Project 100 and what it is. Find the Become a Guest Author segment and click on Submit Your Guest Post Idea. This is where you can give me your name, your contact info, and your idea for a really cool article that you'd like to write. It can be something personal about your journey through investing, how you got started, what you've learned. It could be a review of your favorite service or your least favorite service. Just hop on there, shoot me a line, let me know, and we will get you in as a guest author. Learn all about Project 100 and all of the things that I'm going to be conquering in 100 days, and we'll see you next time.